guys, how's it going? Nick from Sharp Goat Photo here, back doing another challenge video. Just to get some housekeeping out of the way, first a couple of announcements. I'm also going to be announcing the next challenge, getting back into the swing of things. I have a lot of photos to get caught up on. I really enjoy looking through them. Thank you guys for sending them in. And also, we're coming up to a milestone, so I've got a little bit of a news announcement. But first, for those who are following with the challenge, who need the next challenge topic, I'll write up a fresh new blog post on this with all the details so that you guys can check that out. But it's going to be, let's hear it for magic hour, for sunrise, sunset, those magical, beautiful moments of the day where photos just seem to take themselves beautifully. Not really, it still is up to you, but it's a great time of year to be doing some magic hour shots. So I'm gonna get out there and do it. And now that I'm releasing it kind of midweek for this challenge, I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, since it does take a little bit of time and prep to actually get out there at the proper time. You're not just free to do any magic hour shot whenever you like. It's got to be at specific times of the day. So I'm going to leave it up for a little bit longer. So it's going to be due on I'll say the 20th. So the 20th. So you got a week and a half and a little bit of help for you. I just got a new app recently. It's really handy and it's free. I love things that are free and helpful. So you can check it out. I'll throw up the link here for Golden Hour. It's an app from some company called Exposure. Again, free for the iPhone, but this is very simply what it is. And it tells you what time of day sunrise and sunset is going to be at. So here it says sunrise 5:49 a.m. And then you just tap it and it gives you the sunset time. Very simply, just like that. It also gives you alerts, so it'll warn you when magic hour is coming up. So it'll let you know when it's a little ways out. I think you can even set the time for when it will send you alerts. But it's really handy so that you can warn you, hey, get outside, grab your camera, go get some shots, because that light's going to be perfect. So that is something that's going to be very helpful. Go get that. Free, handy, helpful, and it's going to help a lot for this particular challenge. That challenge is going to be up over here on the Sharp Goat Photo blog. Go check it out for more details. I can't wait to get to the Someone Special challenge too. So that's going to be up there. Let's jump into these photos. Oh, also, I'm going to put up this video right away, so this will be fresh news. But I frequent this site, Creative Live. Super helpful site. I just want to throw this up because I think it's a great thing to advertise. The model of this is really simple. They have a regular schedule of video tutorials, webinars that go up that are live, and they're free. If you can tune into them as they're going up live, they're free for you. If you want to purchase them, then you can watch them at whatever time you like. So if you find them helpful, then you can buy them and then hang on to them and watch them at your leisure. But this tab is almost always open when I'm working, either in the background or I'm actively watching. But right now, this guy is on it. Jared Poland from go back here. Jared Poland from Frono's Photo. Go back. He is also a photographer that I follow quite a bit because he is full of helpful tips. Let me kill the audio on this. His site is fronosphoto.com. I'll include that site as well. A lot of good photo and video guides that are available on there. And he has a regular blog and podcast. Lots of helpful stuff. This webinar that he's got for a couple of days is called Taking the Fear Out of Low Light Photography. Super helpful stuff. Again, go tune into it. It's free, and you can also buy it for only like $100. And he goes into shooting manual and getting clear, sharp photos this is for concert photography, but it's very applicable to anything you shoot. So super helpful. Go check it out. Plus, he's fun to watch. Let's get into this week's challenge. This one was, I want to see your neighborhood. I want to see where you guys are living, because we have people all over the place, and I want to see what kind of neighborhoods you guys all live in. So this here, and plus it's just a perfect excuse to get you outside again. So this here is from Vanessa, and these are all from all over the place. So I love the whole gamut we've got covered here. So let's check out Vanessa's shots here. Vanessa, thank you for submitting. Very good stuff. I love this view from the porch that you got. You could even taken a step back. I really love the perspective that you got here, because this is your view out into your lovely like backyard, front yard, whatever this is. It looks stupendous. It looks like Superman's farm that he grew up on. I like it. I really like the perspective of it. I would have even gotten down a little bit lower. I want to see a bit more of the rail, but that's perfect. I really like the shot. I love the clouds in the sky. I love the if you've done any processing to this, really lovely stuff. Really dig it. Colorful, creative. Moving on here. Okay, I guess you're near a cemetery. Okay, cool. It's an interesting time of day to shoot it because the sun is coming that way, so it's hitting all the trees and casting shadows, and so it's a little bit tough to make out. I would have been interested to see what it looked like in black and white or a different time of day when the sun is coming the other way, so you could probably lose some of the shadows on the front of the tombstones here, but that was just me. Moving on here. Love this. Very cool. In fact, this inspired a new challenge that's going to be coming up soon. Pay attention for that one. Every neighborhood has a couple of jackasses. By the way, you said you live on a rural area surrounded by Mennonite farms, beautiful, peaceful, not a lot of neighbors like their picture taken. Unfortunately, I can see this guy does. Saturday was a gorgeous day to walk around the hood and get to know some of my other neighbors a little bit more. See, that's what I really love to hear. Gives you a chance to get around and also get a little more familiar with the neighborhood you live in. Because I rarely actually get out and just do like a walk around the building. I always find new things that I live near. So this guy, totally dig. And I like how you focused on the eyes and not the nose. Very good job on what point to focus on. I think this perspective is totally adorable. This is awesome. Just right up close, completely centered there. And you can see, guy even photobombing in the back. Very cute. Love it. And some neighbors you don't even want in your neighborhood. I couldn't remember what these were. I think you wrote it somewhere. Can't remember what kind of critters they are, but pretty cute. I like it. Did you do some cropping here? It looks the aspect ratio has been kind of squished or you were cut out or something like that. Yeah, okay. And okay, they're pretty cute. They're a little bit small in the frame, so in order to, I don't know, I would have gotten a little bit closer. I'm not sure if that was a possibility for you. What were you shooting with here? 18 to 105, and you're at 105, so you're all the way out. Okay, so maybe you're just kind of grabbing a shot while you could. Very cool. And I would have gotten a lot closer, I think, just because it looks kind of like there's some vast space going on here, not really needed. Would have tried to get a little bit closer. Cool. And again, the grumpy neighbor. I like it. I love the expression. I love getting when you get shots of animals and you can tell they have a little bit more of a personality to them, at least showing in the image. Very cool. I love the personality that's showing through right here. I like the composition. How you dropped the cow into the bottom right there, surrounded by the green. Very cool. I like that snapshot a lot. Sorry, it's not a snapshot. The snapshot's bad. I refer to a snapshot when not a lot of thought goes into the image. There was some thought going into that. That wasn't a snapshot. That was a photo. And this one here, again, very cool. I would have lost these guys. Either it looks like they're kind of drifting up to the top too much. So it's kind of, are you in or are you out? That's again just my instinctual knee-jerk response to the photo. I would have either cut them out entirely and left the composition just as this guy here. Or I would have found a way to either try to get down low a little bit more to try and lessen the distance of these guys a little bit to try and get them more into frame. And this guy's getting lost up at the very top here, so either make room for them or cut them out entirely. But again, you got a shot, your subject staring at you down the pipe of the camera. Very good. I love seeing your neighborhood. I love the look of it. Looks very nice, very picturesque. Thank you, Vanessa. Moving on to Lisa. Need some water. Howdy, neighbor. Very cute and very good shot. It takes a lot of that takes some patience and some shutter speed to get that. So these guys move fast. I have taken some shots of chipmunks before, and they're tough. They're very friendly. I don't know. We used to have one at the cottage. It would just come right up to us all the time, grab nuts, run away, come back, and we were always worried that we were going to step on it because it always got so close. But This guy, very cute, nice sharp focus, awesome. A little bit on the underside, could have been processed, I guess, to bump it up a little bit more, but that's perfectly fine. Very nice shot, and it's funny because it almost looks like the hand of God, kind of the was it the Leonardo da Vinci painting or something like that. The two fingers and stuff like that. I don't know, looks kind of funny. Moving on here. Beautiful sunset on Alder Lake. By the way, did you have any notes to go along with these? I've lived in 5 provinces, 3 countries over the years, but I never thought I would end up in New Dundee, mostly because I never heard of it. That'll change 3 years ago when I got married, sold my little condo in downtown Toronto, and bought a little slice of heaven on the lake. Very cool. Like that story. And this just speaks, this is beautiful. Beautiful. If this is like right out back, this is where you live. This is gorgeous. I have a cottage that's planted right on the river, and we love being near the water. This looks beautiful, and a nice sunset shot too. So there we go. Yep, and the color looks beautiful. The symmetry, it's cut right down the horizon is cut right down the center here. Nice mirror image. Very, very nice. These shrubs are just kind of intruding right here on the left a little bit, just getting in there. That's like the only mark on this picture I think is there, keeping it from like a perfect shot. But this is very, very lovely. And let's see, our dock. Cool. This is a snapshot. This looks, this to me, not saying that there's no thought put into it, but this one, it looks like a bit of a miss. It almost looks like this block. Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen. This block of open tree, where there's no trees here. This space here is where the dock should be, in order to kind of line everything up. We're just kind of losing the dock amongst the trees. I'm not quite sure what my eyes are supposed to be looking at here. So for me, it's a bit of a miss. It does look like a very nice place to, I would totally jump off that dock. Looks great. But as a photo, kind of misses it for me. Not doing much. What's my phone doing on? All right, let's turn that off. Hummingbirds. Beautiful. And hummingbirds are also very, very tough to get. We used to have hummingbird feeders all the time at our cottage, and they would come and go, and it was always so very tough to get a good shot of them. This looks nice. Gotta bump up that shutter speed though. This might have just, it's 1/200. Not enough for the hummingbird. But if it was a question of trying to get proper exposure, you could have. I can see from your f-stop. You may not have had all the time in the world because these things don't sit still. I'm just saying after the fact. Could have bumped up your ISO a little bit more to 800 and perhaps opened up just one more stop with the aperture there, and then sped up that shutter to get that. And also if it's a hummingbird, if you're waiting for that hummingbird shot, of course, setting it in shutter priority, not a bad choice, just to make sure that you do capture that hummingbird and freeze it in mid-flight if that's what you're doing. But otherwise, it's an okay photo. I do like photos of hummingbirds, but this one's also hidden behind the feeder. So there are ways that you could have made that this one could have been improved. But I do love your choice of subject. So thank you very much, Lisa, and great to hear the story of like all the places that you've lived in. Thank you for sharing that. Really do appreciate it. Moving on. Whose is this? This is Ingrid. Ingrid, the links that you send me don't fully work. Hold on. Let's go find you here. Okay, we're back. I had to go looking for Ingrid's photos here, but we got them here. So these are Ingrid's submissions. Ingrid, thank you for submitting. Good to see some pictures from you this week for this challenge. And I like this. This is a very interesting perspective. I dig it very much, and I like that you got the sun in there a bit, a little bit of sun flare. Sun flare doesn't always work, but in this case, it is something. I dig this shot very much. And let's see what you are shooting at here. Oh, I don't see any. Dang, it's not giving me any of the information. Shoot. Now, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Flickr, you're not very reliable on that. But I do dig this perspective of the tree here. It's nice composition, very well done. This one here, and yeah, just checking to see if you had any notes. You said happy weekend to you too. Wait, I'm not done yet. Go back. Cool. Okay, this one here, no notes, but cool, very lovely. Is this your backyard, front yard? What is it? It's no, it is very nice. I probably would have ditched this grass up here. I just would have focused right on the flowers here. And what are you shooting at here? This one, oh good, there's stats. The 40 mil 2.8, and this one's at f4. Okay, very cool. This one, interesting choice to shoot with f4. I would have opened it up a bit more. You're outside, it's daylight. You've got you've got that ability to stop down and boost your ISO up to get the proper exposure, so that you can get all these pretty blossoms, all these pretty flowers in focus. But that's just me. So otherwise, if you're going to be sticking with such a narrow depth of field, then I would have picked one to isolate and gotten right up close to it, so that it's very clear to my eye which one I'm singling out. That's just me, though. It's very lovely. I love the purple. Purple's a good color. Cool. This here, okay, it's very lovely grass. Doesn't do a whole lot for me. Not quite sure what my eye is supposed to be looking at. This one f4, 1/1000. Okay, I do like how you're sticking with the 40 mil. If you did that for the past couple shots, I know you did that for the last one. How about the one before that? 40 mil, I think so. So if you just took the 40 mil outside and stuck with that one, very good for you. I like doing that and just picking a focal length and just seeing what I can do with that. Very nice. And this one here was this crack in the pavement. Okay, not quite sure what it is. Footprint or just a cool crack in the pavement, I guess. Okay, looks nice. It's got texture. I would have black and whited it. Otherwise, yeah, not entirely sure. Ooh, this one here, beautiful flower. And this one, bump that ISO up. You've got enough. Let's see, that's at 4.5. See, this one at least, this one you can open your aperture all the way up if you like. Yeah, crank that up 2.8 if you want. Isolate that from the background because it's very clear that this is the subject dominating the frame, so you have that freedom to do so. Or if you don't want to do that, bump that ISO up as well. It's also not a moving subject, so you don't necessarily have to shoot at such a fast shutter speed of 1/400. You can slow that down, get a little bit of the light back, bump the exposure up a little bit because it is a dark color of flower. Dark colors tend to lose detail faster when there's not enough light in your scene. But lovely choice of flower. And this one here, potted flowers, very nice. And yep, you didn't want to change the ISO very much. That's okay. Again, it's a little on the underside, not too much though. Probably just like one stop. I would just boost it a little bit more. And not too much more isn't really necessary. But again, nice choice of color. You have some beautiful plants, and it looks like they've been taken very well care of. Very cool. So I love that you're sharing part of your passion. Also, plants. Is that horticulture? I should know this, shouldn't I? Yeah, very nice, very lovely shots. And this one here, out front, again, shot of the garden. Again, what is my eye looking at here? It's kind of tough to say with this one. If you're just getting a shot of the front garden here, bring it around, get it a little bit closer, force my eye where it's supposed to go. Tell me what you're looking at. Tell me what to be looking at. But you've got a number of really good shots here. My favorite one, that tree perspective was very nice, but I also love seeing all the color from the flowers. Very nicely done. Thank you for your submissions, Ingrid. Really do appreciate it. You're getting better with each challenge. I really love seeing that. And Chris, let's see. You only submitted one shot. I think wasn't in my own neighborhood this weekend, so I decided to take a trek into someone else's. That's called trespassing. I'm going to call the cops on you. All photos were taken with my phone, not camera, and I'm impressed with the quality. Very cool. So let's see what you've got submitted here. Whoops, go back. That was a previous submission. I'm not sure. Okay, there's that. So let's take a look at, I'm not sure which one of these were for, these are all like in one folder. So there are a bunch of challenges in one folder. So I'm not sure which ones were for this challenge or for the previous ones or for the next ones. So let's take this. No golfing, not allowed golfing. Clearly, why would you golf? It's a basketball course. Basketball court. no such thing as a basketball course. Okay, very cool. Yeah, if you're trying to tell more of a story with that, I would have gotten right up close with that sign. Let it be like right, right nice and big in the left side of the screen with the basketball court in the background. Yeah, just that. Ethel Street near West Lane Public School, Niagara Falls. So yeah, you're on vacation. Thanks for sticking with the challenge anyways. Since you weren't near your neighborhood, still stick with the challenge. Get creative, shoot somebody else's neighborhood. Screw it. So they got this one, Ethel Street. What story are you telling here? So I get that it's Ethel Street and we're seeing the basketball. God, can't get my sports straight. The baseball diamond. But again, what am I supposed to be looking at? What's the story here? Back here. West Lane, first time adding a phone filter to a photo. I think I'll stick with Photoshop. Good call. Although some filters and some programs on the iPhone aren't that bad. Yeah, again, this one here. Okay, photo building, school, I guess. It kind of looks a little Wes Anderson-ish. Not a total fan myself, but I like the symmetry you're going for here. Helps that it's a nice blue, perfect cloudless sky. So I do like what you're going for in that sense. Almost got perfect symmetry. Wes Anderson picks really do use perfect symmetry that way in an eerie sense. Not really my thing, but again, I like what you're going for here. Let's see, going back. And this one, I think, is part of the next challenge, so we won't get into that. But thank you very much for submitting to the challenge, Chris. Really do appreciate it. Thanks to all who did submit. Go check out sharpgoat.com/blog for more details on the upcoming challenge, which I'll release momentarily. Go get the app Golden Hour by Exposure. Go search for it in the store. I'll include the link in the blog as well. Free, so it's definitely worth your money, at least. And there we go. Thank you guys for submitting to the challenge. Really do appreciate it. Submit more pics to the next challenges coming up and get more people in on it. Share the sharpgoat.com link with other people. Challenge some other people that you know if they've got a DSLR and they need a challenge to get out there and start shooting. See you guys.